Hey up everyone, and welcome back to Stavelot for the end game. As plenty of you have pointed out in the comments, it now looks like General has an insurmountable task ahead of him. He has to attack a bridge into an urban area in the face of dug-in infantry, armour support, air support and artillery, with only an infantry force of his own now that all his armour is gone. And General being General, of course, he spends a few turns probing to see if he can manage it until offering the ceasefire. So what we're going to do is what we are doing rather, is speeding through turns 29 to 32, and then I've got the last turn with the results tagged on the end. So there we go. Hope you enjoy it, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the series. It's been a nice little experiment, something to repeat, I think. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Merry Christmas. Okay, so this is turn 33 now. We've both pressed the ceasefire button, so we're just going to run through this turn. There's honestly nothing interesting going to happen, or nothing of any consequence. Because we're basically both just waiting for the ceasefire to come into effect. We'll just let this run. Unfortunately, it seems that the planes aren't going to have their day. Or not again, anyway. And I'm not going to be getting to use up the old the rest of the 105 ammo or the mortars. Let's just get to the end here and press this, and there we are. We're it's a ceasefire. It's a US Army tactical victory. And I forgot I had the music on. I hope this isn't copyrighted. So yeah, I've got 415 points to Jen's 204. And like we were predicting, I've got 2 objectives. Jen's got 1 objective. And then casualties wise, I've inflicted a higher percentage than the Jen has on me. 216 points to 138. So I've got 65 men dead, 32 wounded. I've lost 6 tanks and 6 other armoured vehicles. So half tracks. One of the vehicles, that's one of the jeeps, and then 3 aircraft. Those are the P-47s. Jen's still got 405 men hanging around, which is a lot. Not enough to push a narrow choke point like a bridge under artillery fire, though. And then he's got 123 killed, 72 wounded. He's lost 5 tanks, 8 armoured vehicles, 4 other vehicles. So Cubal bargains. And there's me hitting the wrong button again. Yeah, so we can kind of see that, yeah, Jen had a lot left. Like all of these units in the woods, which are a bit depleted here. These guys were getting strafed quite a lot, actually, by the planes. All these half tracks. The Panthers, so that one killed 10, that one killed 6 on a Jackson, the Yak Panther killed 17, and 2 Shermans. The Hetzer killed a half track and an M8, 7 casualties, whereas the other Panther, that one killed 2 Shermans. So, you know, he got his money out of them. Not so much the old Nashorn. That one killed 2 half tracks and 17 dead. And we've got these 2. That one shot down 2 planes. Yeah, it's the 20 mils, the feelings. They shot down 2 planes between them. Now, what about Jen's? Wow, Jen's got a lot of mortars. So 6, 9, 1, 1, a 5 in a jeep. And then that's Rambo. He survived all the way to the end. Didn't actually ever kill anybody, but he's still going. Oh, just kind of those are the ones. Those are the ones that put the yeah, they got a mortar bomb in the roof, in through the turret of the old Greyhound there. And Jen's MGs, lots of casualty. Well, not so many casualties, but obviously they were a massive pain in the ass for us, weren't they? Yeah. Let's have a look down at the ford. So Jen didn't actually get any more troops across. We just got this one, this unit here. That's that scout team that we caught in the ambush. So, yeah. Down here, what have we got? We got, wow, a lot of people hiding behind this this hedge here. That's a lot of dead pixel tripping. And now in the field, how did we? Yeah, all that fire we put out over here to try and score some casualties. Looks like it didn't do anything at all. And then down here, what have we got? Unless obviously Jen has first aided his troops up. It's yeah, not tremendously effective, some of the artillery, except obviously you can't really measure its deterrent effect. then he's got a few units down here, including the 222 team there. Right, so let's see. Let's have a look how our guys did. We got this scout team that was in here, 6 casualties and a Kubelwagen. You know, can't complain about that. And the Greyhound 9 and a Kubelwagen. That's the same scout team as before. And those guys 6. You know, so these guys, the Recce platoon has really done a good one, a good job. Just a pity, you know, about this gigantic pile of dead people. You know, purely because I drove that to. You can see the hole going through it. Yeah, purely because I eyeballed the waypoint. You know, you don't get second chances, and the Hellcat got 23 casualties. That's quite surprising. I didn't think the Hellcat did that well. And down here, have we got any... yeah, there's one unfortunate guy there. And of course these guys who got greyhounded. So actually, our OP up here did nothing. Didn't actually get any kills, but you know, obviously they're not up there to get kills specifically. They're just up there to, well, to spot. And then you know, not a lot of stuff with the infantry. Where did that half track? There's a half track down here. Where did that end up in the end? I can't remember. These guys got 8 kills. That's probably from mortaring the end of the footbridge there. And then let's get on to the Jacksons. So that one's got killed the Jagdpanther, a Kubelwagen, and then 2 of the flak wagons. That one killed a Panther and the Stummel half track. I think that's the Stummel. This one did nothing, and then this one, 3 Panthers. You know, that's what we like to see. And oh, let's have a look at the mortars. Yeah, the 222 and a Kubelwagen 6, and then 2. So you know, mortar's not a massively effective killing weapon here, but that's probably me. That's probably my fault calling it in. And then that forward observer only scored 7, and this one, the Nashorn, a half track. Oh, that's the Stummel. Yeah, a half track, the Stummel, and then 72 casualties. So this guy's undoubtedly the one who's been calling in the airstrikes all game. So yeah. Yeah, that's about it. It's a lot closer than it might look. You know, if things had gone the other way 1 or 2 times, you know, General has actually hit every single one of the Jacksons. So you know, we got this one which has the you know, the hole down there, all the way. Well, it's not all the way through it, but you know, it's a hole in a Jackson. I'm not very used to having American tanks with holes and carrying on fighting. And then this one has, yeah, that one has a glancing hit there, where the shell just ricocheted off. So you know, if he'd killed those 2, and he still had a Panther or 2 left up here, then you know, things would have been very different. Jen would almost certainly have tried to push across the bridge. And we'd have artied the crap out of him. So yeah, at least I had something up my sleeve, but But yeah, we've done it. It's kind of panned out how we expected, how both of us expected, I think. Jen really tried to get that initial fire superiority across the valley and play the long range game with the tanks, and it was doing pretty well. It was pretty worrying, to be honest. But in the end, essentially what we ended up with is a forward slope, which is this slope here with Jen's tanks on, versus a reverse slope, which is up here. So essentially Jen had to sit where he was, and or didn't necessarily have to sit where he was, but was always exposed, while the Jacksons could play peekaboo over the top of the reverse slope here, and there wasn't much he could do about it. And that's about how it's panned out. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. We might do like a little bit more of an in-depth what happened. I think Jen's making some videos on this as well. So obviously they're going to be really interesting to watch. So we can get the other side of the story. And yeah, we enjoyed it. It was something a little bit different. Usually fairly original to win against Jen at all. So it's got that going for it as well. And yeah, there we have it. Like I say, hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see if we can't come up with something else for you. Okay, catch you in the next video.